Hello guys. So today I want to discuss about the career aspects in software development. So the main agenda is I want I want to discuss 5 points why you should consider software development as a career choice, and if you have considered developments, so why you should go ahead with software development as a career choice. So before getting started, just a brief intro about myself. I'm Jalaj Kusotia, and I graduated from IIT Roorkee and presently working as a web developer in a startup since 4 years. So the first and foremost point, why you should consider software development. Why it is in very much demand. The first important point is software development is very creative. Most people think writers, musicians, painters are very creative, but in fact, software development is also very creative. If you give one piece of requirement to two different software developers, the most possible thing is the both will come with different design structure. The both will provide same solution, but right way of writing the code, way of implementing it will be entirely different. That is the power of software development. The second important point is software development is very collaborative work. So in fact, like in lot of people don't know, software development is a team effort. So it is not something like one person will be sitting behind in front of a computer and will be writing writing whatever he wants to do and do his job. So software development requires a lot of people brainstorming a particular problem and coming with the solutions. So when the customers throw a requirement, a lot of software people like software developer, product manager, testers, and the stakeholders will come together and discuss a requirement and implement how they are going to implement to provide a solution. The third and important thing is software development is in demand. In fact, like you are presently hearing about a lot of companies, Facebook, Google, Uber, Paytm. A lot of companies are everywhere. So these companies, why these companies are growing? Because software development is the backbone of these companies. So these all has already have helped these companies to grow exponentially. And the fourth important, software development pays well. If you are a developer anywhere, like anywhere across the world, there are very good chances like you will be paid a very handsome amount of salary. So the thing is that if you are a developer, you create a lot of value. And because if you are writing a piece of code, your code will be your piece of software will be reaching out to millions of people, and that is how like you create value for the company, and the company is willing to pay for you. And the last and fifth last form important point is software development is very future proof. So in fact, like if you are considering software developer as a career choice, go ahead with it, because like there will be like lot of future demand in the same area. And and for the lot of companies, it is very difficult to hire good developers, because there is always a shortage of developer in the market. So the second aspect which I wanted to discuss with you is like the apprehensiveness. Why like people think like once they have decided to become a software developer, they don't want to go ahead with it. I just wanted to discuss four points like which people generally think like before, like after like they have decided to become software developer, but they are not going ahead with it. The first and foremost is, see, you need to be a genius in order to become a developer. Sorry buddy, like you are absolutely wrong. In software developer is also like some other job. So say it like a doctor, engineer, or any painter. So uh, to do a, to do your job perfectly, you need to have some certain skills. So software developer is also like that. You need certain skills which you will learn by just by going through by going through the reading material, by learning through your other, like seeing other people code and like pair programming and all this stuff. So it is same like the other fields, and you need to apply your knowledge which you have gained by learning in the current projects which you are working. So that is how like you learn how to code. So remember, learning code is easy, but mastering it is very difficult. And the second point which I like to discuss is like, people think a college degree is must to in order to become a software developer. Sorry, buddy. Again, like, you are wrong. In order to become a software developer, the most important thing is needed is your zeal. Just to give a brief stats about the market, there are significant amount of software developers which all are self-taught. So they are like, uh, people usually start software development from their like out of their hobby, interest, and all those things. And there are like very less people who usually have software uh, degree as their education medium before starting into the same area. The third important point which is here, in order to become software developer you should have a serious mathematical skills. Again, like, you are not 100% correct. So the mathematical skills and software developer proficiency are not directly correlated. So it depends upon the area which you are currently working. And like, so for example, if you are a designer as a web developer, so most probably like you need to know about simple additions, simple multiplications, that's all. So if you are designing a web page, say some page like in Google, so you need to know about some pixels, some width of the screen, height of the screens, so height of the characters, and the color which is needed. You no need to know about the some high end like algebraic expressions, or like some integral calculus, or something like that. So it depends upon the what kind of area like you are working in a software development. So last and very most important, you are thinking it's too late to be a software developer. So I just wanted to give that it is never late to in order to if you want to learn something. The path is like uh, is you are going to decide your path and your destiny. And if you wanted to grab this chance, go ahead. This is the right time. Go for going ahead. So just like to wrap around the few action points. So in order to become software developer, you need to practice and practice. People think that they will become software developer overnight, but they are very wrong. You need to go with the same pace from which the same zeal from which you started. And you need to have you need to learn some basic skills in order to become a very good developer. And the second thing which you need to do no is you need to build some projects. So in order to build some projects, you find a community and go ahead with the community and learn the basic stuff, and try to build and collaborate with the other people so that you can learn the basic things. The last point which I would like to say is, just try to understand what other people have written. So in order to become a good developer, you should be able to grab the piece of code into the functional requirement. So if the other person has written some code, you should be able to uh, grab like what he or she has written into that piece of code. So in last, like the bottom line is like you have what it takes to become a software developer, but you have to decide your own destiny. So if you want to reach for any answers, I'm available on my email ID. So it's jalaj@gmail.com. You can direct some comments. And so thank you for listening. Bye bye.